يا نجوى ويا إبراهيم. Okay, dear. ما شاء الله. Sorry for being late. I asked you not to be late, and actually, I'm the one who's late. Forgive me, please. Forgive me. So,
No worries.
salam. Now we're back to our fourth section, which is the reading section. As we said before, okay. As we said before, the reading section takes 1 hour. Okay, how do we take the reading section? The reading section mainly consists of 3 main paragraphs or 3 main passages. 3 main passages. Well, let me say something else. In the general modules, as we said before, we have section 1, section 2, section 3, okay? Section 1, section 2, and section 3. What's the difference between them? Well, if you're taking the general test, and I think the 3 of you are going to take it, then in section 1 you will have 2 paragraphs or 2 passages. 2 passages, not 2 paragraphs. 2 passages. Section 2, 2 passages. Section 3, 1 passage. So 2 passages, 1 passage, which means 5 comprehension articles. 5 comprehension articles. Clear now? Okay, we have 5 comprehension passages or 5 comprehension articles. What is the difference between them? What's the difference between them? Actually, there's no difference. They choose whatever topics they would like to choose. But the most important thing is that in section 3, it's usually very long. Section 3 in specific, it's usually very long. And I won't be exaggerating if I said that it is too long. We're going to divide this 1 hour that is going to be given to us for the 3 sections, section 1, section 2, section 3. So we're going to say that we'll give how many minutes for each? Math people, you're muted. Unmute. Huh? How many minutes you're going to give?
Total for reading 1 hour?
Yes, total time. The total time is 1 hour. So how much time you should give to each section?
12.
No,
12. For each, there are 3. I think for each passage, 12. So for 3, 20.
Yes. So for section 1, it's supposed to be 20. صح؟ بس أنا بقول ليها 18 24. شوف الدقة يا جدع. يعني احنا بنحسب بالدقيقة وبالثانية. هي في الآيلتس exam بنحسب بالدقيقة وبالثانية.
But 18 for first part, which is include 1 passage.
أيوة. No. 18 for both paragraphs. So 9 here and 9 here. 9 here and 9 here. 9 minutes, 9 minutes. 9 minutes, 9 minutes. And we give 24 for the big passage we're going to have at the end. تمام؟ طيب كمان حاجة تانية. Why would I do this? I can simply do this because these questions are the easiest questions. They are the easiest question. I can easily do whatever is required at this time. Okay? But when it comes to section 3, I have to focus and concentrate because it has a lot of confusing questions. And now we're going to know what types of questions that we may encounter. This part will be given 40 questions. In these 40 questions, you have to answer these 40 questions, okay? And your score will be out of 40. Your score will be out of 40. Let me say, what is your band score, or let me tell you what will your band score be if you get a certain points. Well, you will get a band score 6 if you get 23 to 26 correct answers out of these 40. So again, 23 to 26, you get a band score 6. Okay? You will get a band score, sorry. 30 to 31, you will get a band score 6. For a band score 7, you will get, it if you answer 34 to 35 correct answers. 34 to 35, you get a band score 7. You get a band score 8 if you get 37 to 38 correct answers. 37 to 38 if you get a band score, if you get, again, 37 to 38 can easily make you get a band score 8. طيب وهتقولي طب what's in between؟ يعني طب لو انا جبت 32 30 او 33 هجيب ايه؟ هقول لك هتجيب 6.5. في 6.5 في النص. الحقيقه انه الامتحان ده ما فيهوش غير اما a whole number او half. either wholes or halves. يعني 6 6.5 7 7.5 8 8.5 or 9. اوكي؟ 9 دي طبعا محدش بيسمع عنها بس يعني just in case. خلاص؟ All right, do you guys understand what I want to say? Now, let me give you a few tips for this part, okay? And then later on, we're going to talk about each and everything separately, and we're going to take also some very important practice for each section. وفي بقى نبدأ بقى الأسايمنت بقى وكلام بتاع وجع القلب ده, okay? طيب, for the reading section, how should I handle and master the reading section? حد عنده أي tips يقول لي عليها؟ الناس اللي أخذوا الامتحان previously أو اللي سمعوا عن الامتحان, how can I handle? يعني for example, if
I think to start with the questions.
Start with the questions, and then try to find
their answer.
Okay, this is a very good attitude, or a very good way, or a very good approach of handling the test. Good one. What else? Some people do not prefer to do this, by the way. Some people prefer to do something else, another approach. Well, there are 3 approaches for this test, for the reading test. Imagine لو أنت عندك 1,470 words in one passage. يعني هنا section 3 sometimes بيجيلك 1,470 words. تخيلوا 1,470 كلمة في one passage مطلوب مني أخلصها في 25 أو 24 دقيقة. How would I do that? Will I be able to read the 5 passages in this 1 hour? Logically, if I read these passages, will I be able to remember all the information that I have read to the extent that I can answer the questions related? Definitely not. امال ايه techniques؟ في techniques كتير. بس أو في approaches كتير. في 3 approaches, okay? وأنا مش هغصب عليكم a certain approach لأنه it differs from one person to another. Some people believe إنه the best approach is to skim and scan. Skim and scan. Skim يعني to know what's the main idea in each paragraph, to underline it and write the main idea in each paragraph, مش passage, paragraph. Okay? To just skim the main idea here and write it next to it, take a hint, write a hint about it, and for each paragraph do the same. Then they read the question, find the clue word in the question and try to find it in each paragraph. فهمنا حاجة؟ This is to skim, يعني to find the main idea in each paragraph, or to scan, يعني to try to find the key words in the passage. متفقين؟ This is approach number 1. Approach number 2 is to read the questions first, as Iman said, to read the questions first and then try to find their answers in the passages. But Iman, let me tell you something. it will be a little bit confusing and, you know, mind-blowing if you start doing this. Why? Because sometimes it's too difficult to look for a certain keyword or clue word in a passage that reaches up to 1,470 words. Yeah, that would be a hassle. But again, if this is the technique that comforts you and this is the technique that you're used to do, then that's fine. No problem at all. Type or approach number 3, which is reading the whole passage and answering the questions, is an acceptable approach as long as you have a very good memory and you're a very quick reader. If you're used to this approach, that's fine. Because some people who are, especially the IG students and the SAT students, are used to this technique. They can easily just go through the most important ideas through the passages, and then at the end they can easily find the answers. So it's you who can decide which approach is more convenient to them. Clear enough? Okay. Sorry.
If I have a bad memory, which would you advise us?
Don't read the whole passage. Skim and scan. Skim the passage, skim for the main idea in each paragraph, and then scan the answers. Read the questions, find the clue word in the question, and try to find this clue word in the passage.
So that means the questions are not in order with the passages.
استنيني. The questions are usually in order of the passage, in the same order of the passage, unless it's a question of arrange. If you have an arrange question, like arrange the events or arrange the incidents, it would never be in order. Otherwise, why are they giving you this type of a question? Right?
If it's in order, it will be easy and easier more.
Well, it is easier, and the questions are, yes, let me tell you or reassure you that the questions are in order of the passage. So don't worry about this point, okay?
Thank you.
Now, let me give you some tips. Number 1, read the instructions very well. As we said before, read the instructions very well. Why should I read the instructions? Because as I said before, the word limit that will be given to you in the instructions really matters. It really matters. So write 1 word, write 2 words, write whatever they are asking you to write is very important. If you exceed the word limit, your answer will be wrong. Okay? So this is number 1. Number 2, you have to okay. Number 2, let me say something very important. Some questions are a little bit harder than other questions. Some types of questions are a little bit harder than the other types of questions. Especially, most of the people find it difficult to match the headings to the paragraphs. This is the most challenging question most of the people face. So, if you're encountered by such a question, my advice to you is to leave it till the end. Leave it till the end. Skip it to other questions. Don't waste a lot of time in a question that you don't know. Okay? Another thing that you have to know, what's the difference between true, false, not given, and yes, no, not given. There is some type of question that you will be given, which is right, false, not given. Right, false, not given. This means that, well, yes, I agree, this answer is okay, or the question, the information that is given in the passage is not there or is there, okay? Or true, this is true, false, not given, or right, wrong, not given. Right, wrong, not given, this is a different type of question, which means that the author himself or the person who wrote the passage agrees with the information given in the question. Okay? طيب ايه حكاية السؤال بتاع not given؟ يا شباب خلوني أقول حاجة مهمة جدا. Not given question is the most confusing question among these questions. Why? Because some of the people spend most of their time trying to find the specific information which is written in the not given question. طب يا جماعة ما هو not given هتلاقيه فين؟ يقعد بقى يضيع 3/4 الوقت في إنه يلاقي whether this information is given or not. Let me tell you something. From the first trial or the first attempt that you try to find this answer, whether it's there or not, if you're sure that it's not in the specified paragraph that you think the answer will be there, please do not waste a lot of time trying to find whether it is there or not, okay? Then it's not given. Understand? Do not waste a lot of your time if you didn't find this piece of information that is given to you in the question in the specified paragraph. طيب أنا ليه بقول in the specified paragraph؟ يعني إيه in the specified paragraph؟ هو أنا لازمة إن أنا بعمل skim and scan إيه؟ skim يعني لو عندي passage شكلها عامل كده. لو عندي passage بالمنظر ده. فيها paragraph 1 بالطريقة دي. paragraph 2 و paragraph 3. تمام؟ 3 paragraphs that I have here. في paragraph 1 أنا قريت المين idea. وعملت لها كده أو I underlined it and this is my main idea. Then I took note هنا كتبت كده note صغيرة عن المين idea دي. والمين idea هنا وعلى فكرة main idea معناها the first sentence in each paragraph. Main idea means the first sentence or sometimes the first and the second. Other times it's the first and the last. أنت بذكائك تقدر تحدد يعني. Okay? طيب after I write the main idea in each paragraph, what should I do? أروح على ال questions. طب ال question ده كان بيسأل عن مثلا teenagers. Okay? أنا لو عندي paragraph بيتكلم عن different age groups. These are the children, these are the teenagers, these are the adults. والسؤال كان بيسأل عن ال teenagers. يبقى أنا المفروض ألاقي السؤال ده فين؟ paragraph 1, 2 or 3. أكيد يعني definitely in paragraph 2. صح كده ولا غلط؟ تاني ده كان بيتكلم عن children وده teenagers وده adults. والسؤال كان بيتكلم عن ال teenagers. يبقى very logically I will find the answer here, right? صح كده in paragraph 2, not in paragraph 3. So if I scan this passage or paragraph and I didn't find the answer here, then the question is not given. Don't waste a lot of your time in something that is not even there. Understand? خلاص? Okay. طيب نروح ل another tip. If as I told you, if you find that the question is really difficult to answer, skip it to another question. But again, condition that you do not leave any question unattended. Do not leave any question unattended. Just make sure إنه كل ال questions بتاعتك تبقى متجاوبة. Either by logic, okay? يعني choose the nearest question to the answer. The nearest answer to the question. You do it. Choose the nearest answer to the question. Do not doubt your intuition. يعني ما تشكش في قدراتك الداخلية. Sometimes, let me tell you something, and this is one of the teaching secrets. Most of the times, the first answer that you choose is the most correct answer. تاني, most of the times, the first answer that you choose is the most correct answer. So if you chose something for the first time, do not erase it for the second one. خلاص, keep it as it is. خلاص? يبقى أحسن كتير من حادي بادي وحجرة. Okay? ها ماشي؟ طيب. تمام. Let's move to another tip. Another tip is, as Iman said, we know that usually the questions follow the same order of the paragraph. The questions follow the same order of the paragraph. ودي حاجة مطمئنة جدا. طيب هو أنا بعمل سكيم على الباسج بس علشان to find the main ideas؟ لا. When you skim the passage for other things like what? Like people and places and the most important information that you may think is important.
I think and numbers, dates.
صح. صح. Numbers, days, dates, names of people, names of books, for example, okay? a theory, certain theory for a certain scientist. So if you go through the passage, أنا ما بقولش you have to understand each and every word that is written in the passage. لا، أنا بقول just go through it. عارفين السكانر لما بنحط ورقة على السكانر إيه اللي بيحصل؟ إيه اللي بيحصل؟ It goes through it. It doesn't. It reads it all, but it doesn't understand a single word. هو ده بالظبط اللي بنعمله while scanning the passage. We don't understand. We just go through the passage using the eyes, not the mind. تمام؟ Okay? طيب ايه كمان؟ حاجة تانية بقى مهمة very very important which is the grammar and spelling. Do the grammar and the spelling matter؟ أقول لك طبعا هنا وفي الليسننج كمان. هنا وفي الليسننج كمان. يعني sometimes you will need to change the grammar structure. Instead of saying the dress of the girl, you say the girl's dress. ليه؟ لأنه the dress of the girl is 5 words. Like in the girl's dress is only 3 words, which is given to you in the instructions. مثلا يعني, okay? So again, I have to be very careful to the grammar structure. Sometimes they write the word or they give you, sometimes they ask you to write a certain word that is given as a verb. And you're asked to write it in the form of a noun. Okay? So you have to change the verb into a noun or vice versa. Sometimes a prepositional phrase into different type of a phrase. Other times you need to change an adjective into an adverb. Okay? So, for example, if you say that she drives quickly. She drives quickly. Okay? So you can, and then they ask you, she is a very space driver. She's a very what? Quick driver. Very good. So you have to change quickly into quick, which is an adverb, into quick, which is an adjective. Do you understand? So you have to master the grammar as well. Grammar rules are really important. Another thing, which is the spelling. Do the spelling matter? Does the spelling matter? Eat. ليه بقى؟ علشان if you write a specific word or a certain word in the wrong spelling, the whole answer will be wrong. يا خبر اسود. The whole answer يا جماعة ده أنا تعبت وجبت الأنسر وكتبتها. والله. يعني مثلا كلمة for example the word magazine. You wrote it like M-A-G-A-Z-I-N and you skipped the E. The whole answer is wrong. ليه? Because you just missed the letter E. تخيلوا بقى? Okay? So you have to be very careful while spelling your words as well.
There is some ambiguous words like receive. You don't, sometimes you write it with EI, you write it with IE.
These are not ambiguous words. You are a bad speller. That's it. These are not ambiguous words. Okay? So yes, we have to get ourselves used to these spelling techniques, especially the words that are a little bit confusing in spelling. حاجة تانية كمان حابة نقول عليها, which is what? Sometimes we don't know that the articles count. يعني a, an, and the count. They count as one word. So the letter A is one word. The word the or an is one word. طيب, if I write this number 1976, this number is considered to be one word or more than one word?
I think one word.
It is one word or a number. Yes, it's just either one word or a number. Understand? Okay. Some other times I have to be very, very, very familiar with the difference in pronunciation, because some people are different, or some dialects or some accents are different than other accents. For example, the American people read this number as 1976. 1976. So I have to be very familiar with this number, or the way I read this number. While the British people read it as 1976. 1976. They read it as in digits. Okay? While the American people read every 2 digits together. Yes, every 2 digits together. The British people pronounce or read the 0 as a 0, while the Americans say O. So we have to be aware of the way we read numbers, and also reading letters. Well, the letter Z in the American accent is pronounced as Z in the British accent, and so on. We have many other different things that we have to be familiar with. Also, reading the time.
Yes.
Out here, 9:15. 9:15 is the American day. Yes, is the
8:45. It's a bit.
It's 9:15. Quarter past 9. Okay. If it is 45, then it is quarter to 10. To 10, not to 9. Quarter to 10, not to 9. Okay? You got it? So the American people read time. The American is way easier. They read it just like the hour.
The British more complex.
It's not more complex, but those people are very traditional people, and they really want. They're really willing to keep their own culture. They're willing to keep their own culture. They don't want to destroy their language. Unlike the Americans, who like to take everything easy, you know.
Yes.
Their life is way easier than the British people. Yes? Okay? So you have to be familiar with these. Tabli, why should I be familiar with these? Because, for example, if you're listening to some people talking and they are agreeing on a certain time to meet each other. So when he says, well, let's meet at 10:30. 10:30, what does this mean? If you're not familiar, yes, 10:30. If you're not familiar with reading the time in the British way, you won't be able to know that it is equal to 10:30 as he mentioned. Understand? Okay. So finally, what types of questions will we face in the reading section? حد يعرف? Simulation.
Again, repeat, what did you say?
What types of questions that we may face in the reading section? You're muted.
One.
I think it is a wide variety of topics.
Wide variety of questions. Like what?
Like maybe a description of some occasion or
questions. What type of questions in the reading section?
Choose the correct answers.
انت كل مرة
Fill in the gaps.
because some voices cut and come back again.
Okay, there is an interruption in the network?
Yes.
Okay, so again, let me repeat.
I think it is my network. It is my internet, I think.
Okay, so I have to pay more money for your internet, okay?
I paid already.
Okay, I'm just kidding. So, yes, tell me. What type of questions that you may encounter?
Fill in the gaps.
Fill in the gaps.
True or false?
What else? True or false? صح. What else?
Maybe
زي ما قلنا
multiple
true
choice.
not given.
Match.
في سؤال تاني زي true false not given اسمه right wrong sorry yes no not given. And the difference between them إنه yes no not given إنه the author agrees with this or he doesn't agree with this or he neither nor we don't know whether he agrees or not. طيب
Maybe multiple choice.
Matching.
Maybe multiple choice.
multiple choice صح MCQs كمان
matches.
match.
Match.
Yes, match or matching, especially matching headings. They ask you to match the headings. Headings يعني titles. The titles. So here they ask you, for example, this is paragraph A, paragraph B, and paragraph C. Here and here they write number 1, and they give you an idea, number 2, number 3, and they ask you to write the letters here. Idea number 1. Which one matches with A, which one matches with B, and which one matches with C? Do you understand? Yes? So match the heading. What else? We have matching paragraph information. Matching the paragraph information. Also, we have sentence completion. They ask you to complete the sentence. They give you a certain sentence and they ask you to complete it. Finally, as Iman said, we have a multiple choice question. خلاص?
Complete from the passage, right?
Complete from the passage. Yes, as I said, we have fill in the gaps or complete from the passage. Yes. Okay? Do you guys understand? Najwa, are you still there? Do you understand what we're saying? Najwa? Okay. Until Najwa writes whether she's following us or not. Okay, here we go.
She wrote.
Yes, alhamdulillah. Right. For now.
But there is no questions about what is your opinion, explain why, or what do you think there is. No, okay,
alhamdulillah. This you may face in the speaking test. What do you think?
Or
why?
writing, all right. يعني الرغي في الرايتنج والسبيكينج.
الرغي بالضبط كده في السبيكينج تحديدا. الرايتنج احنا عارفين we know exactly what to write. The writing we know exactly what to write. يعني this 1, 2, 3, 4, and we know what are the steps that are required in the writing. What are the exact thing to do in the writing. مش بنرغي كتير، عارفين بنعمل ايه تحديدا يعني. خلاص؟ We will be very specific and very accurate while writing. عارفين بنكتب ايه في الانترودكشن، في البودي، في الكونكلوجن and so on. طيب starting with the speaking test. احنا عندنا ايه دلوقتي؟ احنا عندنا 6 minutes left. 10 minutes left. ال 10 minutes دول هتكلم فيهم عن the most important tips for the speaking test. ايه رأيكم؟ أسمع منكم الأول. What do you think the most important techniques that you should follow in the speaking? كده الناس اللي
Conjunctions words.
إيه؟
Conjunctions words.
Conjunctions. الإنجليزي ده قلنا.
That's in writing. That's in writing. You said not speaking.
These are the conjunctions. Using conjunctions. اسمهم conjunctions words.
Conjunctions without words.
And what do you mean by conjunctions, Amy?
Like either or, in spite of, despite, those words. And some sentence like in my opinion, in that that's in writing, right? Not speaking. Yeah.
طيب ايه كمان؟ في عندنا tips تانية؟ في حد عنده tips تانية؟ نجوى, I really want.
Yes, I know, but I don't know the name. Like the natural sounds. Okay, give like that. Yeah.
Required?
لا, it's required. It's good, but I don't know. يعني the name, the specific name.
طيب ايه كمان؟
I think pronunciation,
intonation. Important. Intonation is very important. Excellent.
Connectors. Using connectors.
Ibrahim, what do you know by intonation?
You can stress a syllable in the word. And sometimes give a meaning of a question, and sometimes give a meaning of a noun.
Very good. Intonation means
it may be
means the music in your sound, whether it's high, low, taking one pace, taking different
Yeah.
pace, whether you're stressed on a certain word or a certain syllable or not, okay? It's a weak syllable, it's a strong syllable. Do not be monotonous. يعني, my name is Hind, I'm 40 years old, I'm married.
Yeah, I think the types of sentences, complex, compound, like that.
طيب.
And the natural sounds.
Natural sounds دي فيها كلام هشرحه دلوقتي حالا, okay?
Okay.
So let's start with the tips
Complex.
required, the tips that are required. ولا أقول لكم على حاجة, المرة الجاية إن شاء الله نبدأ مع بعض السبيكينج, يكون الدماغ شوية يعني فاضي, okay? ونبدأ ناخد فيه شوية حاجات تبقى مركزة, وناخد الحاجات على بعضها عشان لما نشتغل واحنا فاهمين كويس جدا بنعمل ايه, ما نقطعش كده, مش حابة أقطع في أي سكيل. خلاص؟ تعالوا دلوقتي هديلكم, اسمحوا لي ب10 دقايق ممكن ولا ساعة؟ 10 دقايق بس, زي listening practice. ايه رأيكم في الفكرة؟ Would that be okay with you?
Yes.
ماشي.
It will be okay, but I think my speakers is not working well because it's
تدخل كورس الايلتس تعمل ايه من غير good speakers؟
اعمل ايه بس؟ اعمل ايه؟
اشتري يا ابراهيم, انت بخيل يا ابراهيم, انت منين يا ابراهيم؟
صلى على النبي, صلى على النبي. انا النهارده اول ما دخلت ناسي الباسورد تبع اللابتوب.
اوبس.
ثاني حاجه ناسي الباسورد تبع الابلكيشن.
لا حول ولا قوة الا بالله. By the way, هقول لك على حاجه. The best way is to log in this application using your Facebook account. إنه عادة الفيسبوك account is not easily.
I don't use my social media accounts on applications.
Okay. That's
it's
a good
for
one.
a security reason.
Really? It's unsafe?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's just give some information. You are willing to not expose to others or other applications.
Yes, I agree with you, and I should do the same.
There is a security breaches and some assumptions about passwords and something like this.
نفعتك بإيه security reason دلوقتي؟
Sorry?
نفعتك بإيه security reason دلوقتي لما دخلت لقيت نفسك ناسي الباسورد ونازل اللابتوب باسورد؟
ما هو الفكرة ان السوفت وير انجينيرز دايما multiple باسوردز, كل الدنيا باسوردز. فانت عندك مثلا حوالي 1000 باسورد, مثلا 1000 اكونت, 1000 سيرفر, whatever.
And what do you usually do? You just write them down in
you just give a tip, just a tip to remember some syllables in the password.
Okay, that's really bad. I don't like this.
Okay. If you have a list of items, you have a note on every node, or you have a password container,
okay.
which is another application to retrieve passwords from a database. That's it.
Password container? It's an
Yes.
application?
It's something like a wallet for passwords.
That's a very good one. I wish I could have one like this.
But if it is an application, so your password will be exposed to the application owner. So it will be a security breach.
خلاص أنا شايلاهم عندي في ورقة كده زي الفل. Thank you very much.
It's a bad habit to have your password in a paper.
Okay.
So if anybody gets a paper, they got all your accounts.
Yes, they will get on my account. So I have to rely on my memory, and my memory is
just give a hint on each password, so you will remember it.
Hopefully. Hopefully, يعني I can't trust my memory to that extent, but hopefully I will be able to do it. Anyway, so let's try your speakers as well, okay? And hopefully they will work, inshallah. All right? Let me share the screen with you right now. Inshallah, they will work, Ibrahim. If not, try to headphones. Okay. Let me share my screen with you, if you allow me, please. Share screen. So, Ibrahim, have you heard anything now? There was
Just
music.
some music.
Yes, that's it. So you will be able to see it, inshallah. Is that okay now?
The Pearl by John Steinbeck. Retold by M.J. Payne.
Tell me, write in the chat box whether you can see it or not.
Chapter 1.
Write in the chat box whether it's okay for the three of you or not, please.
Kino woke up early in the morning. The stars were still shining.
I'll be waiting for you to confirm whether you can hear it or not. Hi, Ibrahim. Okay, can you hear it?
It's noisy.
What do you mean by noisy? Can you hear it or not?
Some words, not all the words.
It's not clear.
Okay, I will try. I will try.
Okay, let me play it just for this time. After the 10 minutes, inshallah, we'll finish. Okay, do your best to listen. Thank you very much. Yeah, I found. And Najwa, you can hear us well, right? And same for Iman. Okay, now let's share
In the
screen.
sky. The cockerels were
Can you guys?
crow,
No,
and the pigs were looking for something to eat. Outside the little wooden house, some birds were singing and moving in the bushes. Kino opened his eyes and looked at the light coming in the door. Then he looked at the box where his son, Oyotito, was sleeping. The box hung on ropes from the roof. Lastly, Kino turned his head towards Juana, his wife.
I'm sorry, but I don't
Juana.
like this one that much. I prefer another one, Malish. Forgive me. It's very nice, I like it, but I prefer this.
Meet Me in Istanbul by Richard Chisholm. Chapter 1. Journey to Istanbul. It is early morning on a sunny spring day in April. Heathrow Airport, London, is busy, as usual. Hundreds of people are arriving, leaving, or waiting for planes. In the departure lounge of Terminal 1, a man is sitting reading a newspaper. He does not like airports. There are too many people, and he is always nervous when he flies. He looks at his watch impatiently. Then he hears the announcement over the loudspeakers. British Airways announced the departure of flight BE 570 for Istanbul. Will passengers please proceed to gate 16 for boarding? Tom Smith picks up his suitcase and walks towards gate 16. 20 minutes later, the plane is preparing to leave. It moves slowly across the airport to runway number 2. Tom is sitting looking out of the window. Forward, races down the runway and rises into the air. Tom looks down at the houses and roads far below and smiles. London is behind him. Now he is on his way to Istanbul. Tom relaxed and took a letter from his pocket. Resat Bey Apartment, 11-3, Kamarot Sokak, Ayazpasa, Istanbul. My dear Tom, thank you for your letter. I am so happy that you can come and visit me for a holiday. Life here in Istanbul is very interesting. I'm enjoying my work, but I miss you very much. It will be wonderful to see you again. I'm sure we will have a very nice holiday. Spring is here, and and the weather is beautiful. I have to work on Monday the 14th of April, the day you arrive, so I can't come to the airport to meet you. But you can take a taxi from the air terminal to Taksim Square. That's in the center of the new part of the city. There's a big hotel called the Park Hotel near the square. I'll meet you there at 5 o'clock. We'll meet in the American bar. The view over the city is beautiful. I can't wait to see you again, Tom. I have so much to tell you. So remember, the Park Hotel, Taksim Square, 5 o'clock. See you on the 14th. Love, Angela. Tom sat for a moment, looking at his fiancée's letter. Then he put it in his pocket. He looked down at the green fields of France as the plane continued its journey across Europe. Have you been to Istanbul before? Said a voice. It was the young man in the next seat. No, I haven't, said Tom. Have you? The man smiled. My home is in Istanbul. I'm studying in London at the moment. I'm going home for a holiday. Really? Said Tom. Where are you studying? At London University. The two men sat talking as the stewardesses began serving lunch. The young man told Tom his name was Kamal. His parents had a shop in Istanbul. Are you meeting someone in Istanbul? Kamal asked. My fiancée, said Tom. She's working in Istanbul. That's interesting. How long has she been there? She went to Istanbul 2 months ago. She works for a small company which is starting to export to England. She's making all the arrangements. Exporting always seems so difficult, said Kamal.
Okay, now, if I start asking you some questions about what you've just listened to, okay? Have you taken any notes? Have you taken any notes?
Yes, I took some notes.
What about Iman and Najwa?
No.
No notes?
No notes.
Right, you have to get very much used to this, please. You have to take notes. Bravo, Najwa, thank you very much. Iman, you're the only person who didn't take notes. You have to
I prepared the pen and the paper, but I prefer to concentrate on the...
Take notes too. Right, let me ask you some questions before we go. Number one, why didn't, what was the man's name, first of all? The story
Tom. Tom.
Was, Tom Smith, very good. Tom Smith is the hero of our story. Why didn't he like airports? Let's ask one by one, okay? We have Ibrahim, then Najwa, then Iman. Why didn't he like airports, Ibrahim?
Because he has a phobia of flights.
Not at all. No. Najwa, would you please try to write your answer? He doesn't, Najwa, he doesn't like it because what? Or because of what? Iman, do you have a prepared answer before Najwa writes hers?
I think because it's busy, or there are a lot of people there.
Excellent, because it's so crowded and busy, and there are
crowded, yeah.
Yes, and it is very noisy as well. He doesn't like noisy places. Right, I'll go back to Ibrahim. What was the announcement in the airport about? What was the announcement in the airport about? Ibrahim?
I don't remember.
Okay, Najwa? You can write down your answer, please, ya Najwa. Iman? The announcement?
They were asking for the passengers to go to their terminal or
Very good. They were
will fly.
Okay, passengers, please proceed to gate 8. Excellent, ya Najwa. Excellent. They were asking the passengers to proceed to the respective gates. Very good. Okay, which gate should he walk towards? Najwa already answered, which is gate.
Answered.
Yes. All right. Why was he heading to Istanbul? Let me start now with Iman. Why was he heading to Istanbul?
Heading? Because to meet his fiancée there. She was working 2 months ago there.
She was working.
She was.
Yes. She had
worked.
She had traveled to Istanbul and she started working there 2 months ago. Very good. 2 months, مش months, months.
Month. Okay.
Months. وبعدين months, as the Americans pronounce it. British people pronounce it as sound. 2 months. Okay.
2 months, not
لا ما فيش
sound S.
1 month بالث sound. لكن 2 months sound أو 2 تقولي TH والS تبع 2 months كده. هي صعبة شوية على النطق اللي عاوز ينطق American. لكن as a British accent they say 2 months with an S عادي. خلاص؟ طيب another question. Why was who wrote the letter to Tom? Who wrote the letter to Tom and why? Who wrote the letter to Tom?
His fiancée to invite him. I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
It is interrupting. Video is interrupting and sound also. Please come again.
Who wrote the letter to Tom and why?
His fiancée, Angela.
Yes, and why? Why did you?
I couldn't hear the. I couldn't hear the.
طيب نجوى.
Just catching some words.
Oh goodness. Okay. Next time, ya Ibrahim, I want you to get.
I will check all the facilities.
I will check very much. Please, yes. Najwa, do you have an answer to this question? Why was she writing this letter to him? Because she missed him so much. Okay. Because she missed him so much and she thinks that they are going to have a very nice vacation together. Very good. Okay. طيب يا ست إيمان. إيمان ده سؤال صعب بقى شوية. Okay. Where would they meet? Where would they meet?
She told him she's going to start. She started her work before the day before he will arrive. So she excused or she asked him to go directly to the hotel.
You're going off point. Now my question was very specific. Where would they meet?
Where?
Yes.
In the hotel. I think she will come to him.
Which hotel?
In the hotel.
Which hotel?
I didn't write the name.
The hotel's name.
Of hotel.
Did you? You catch the hotel's name? Najwa seems to be very much into details. She likes to know details about things. يا سلام عليك يا نجوى صح. تقسيم Square. Yes. Taqsim Square. They will meet at 5 o'clock. Where? In the American bar. No, American bar. Very good. Which hotel? The hotel's name is Park Hotel. Very good. Excellent. مش Park Taqsim. لا هو اسمه Taqsim Square. على فكرة if you've gone to Turkey you will know Taqsim Square. It's a very well-known place. Midan Taqsim. So Taqsim Square. There he will take a taxi from Taqsim Square to Park Hotel. Okay. at 5 o'clock. Then there they will meet at the American bar, where they can enjoy the view, which is overwhelming or outstanding. خلاص؟ طيب أنا هعمل إيه؟ So we were done for this time. إن شاء الله starting from next time هيكون عندنا home assignments. أبعت لكم الفايل اللي إحنا لسه حالا دلوقتي كنا بنسمعه. Just listen to it at least, and I will take this as a promise. Listen to this file for around 4 times. It is a little bit long, but its incidents are very interesting. Very interesting. خلاص? I will send you the link to this file. Listen to it, and please make sure you listen to it not less than 4 times. ليه؟ هيساعدنا في vocabulary. ولو إنه سهل مش صعب خالص. It's a beginner's level. بس أنا ده يعني we're just warming up. بس كمان هيساعدنا.
Warm up.
Pronunciation. أيوة. هيساعدنا في pronunciation. Keep on repeating after the narrator, especially the difficult words that you find a little bit difficult to either pronounce or understand. next time إن شاء الله بمشيئة الرحمن هيكون في a totally different assignment إن شاء الله. خلاص؟ بس as a warming up كده ناخد الassignment ده لغاية ما نبدأ speaking بمشيئة الرحمن. Thank you very much.
طب last question.
Yeah, نعم.
During the exam, the listening, it will be there يعني down the typing يعني it's easy for me to read.
لا.
Yeah, during the exam.
لا اللي أنا عملته لكم دلوقتي ده كان حاجة كده warming up. ده ملوش أي علاقة بالآيلتس. الآيلتس أنت مش هتشوفي text قدامك أبداً. أنت هتسمعي. One be able to read the text يا إيمان.
أنا فرحت إن في text.
I was waiting for the answer sheet to appear on the screen to catch some words and fill the gaps, but
no.
So I get confused. After some time, I get my paper and write some keywords, not all the answers. So I can't
give all the answers. I don't want you to do that. I just want you to take notes. Look at mashallah tabarakallah Najwa. She took the most important notes. يعني الديتيلز الصغيرة اللي ممكن يجي فيها أسئلة. ده بقى شغل ذكي.
I get some names, some dates, and Taksim Square is a place.
Very good.
His fiancée name is Angela. Some just keywords. I don't hear all the sound, so just catching some
words from here and there. All right. Okay. So I will see you inshallah next Tuesday. صح? Inshallah, next Tuesday, we're going to discuss the most important tips and strategies for the speaking test. We expect a totally different, النهارده كان بس just a warming up. Expect a totally different حاجات كتير. مش بس totally different types of questions or types of techniques. هيكون الموضوع more intensive وهيكون في شغل أكتر. بس وعدوني إنه الفايل اللي هبعته النهارده you will not or you won't listen to it less than 4 times. It's a little bit long, so it may take around 2 hours. This will enhance your listening skills. وأنا محتاجة ده جدا الفترة الجاية. Okay? خلاص? Thank you very much. See you on Tuesday إن شاء الله.
جزاكم الله خيرا.
Thank you. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.